Hola guys, happy Saturday. So this is the inspiration. Here is the wire I'm going to use to make wings for my little wingless wonder here. Let's get started. So I compare the size of the wing to the loops I'm making. Now these look way bigger, a little longer, but I've already tried to resize a couple times and I'm getting the arthritis, so we're gonna leave it like this, and all I'm doing is figure eighting. So this little angel has 8 loops on each side, so all I'm doing is creating a loop, attempting to keep the loops the same size in a figure 8 pattern. So I have these, I cross over, make another loop. I think I'm on 4 at this point. And when I get right here in the center, I cross or figure 8, make another loop, and keep going, cross over, and keep going until I have 8 loops on each side. They're not going to be exactly like the other little angel wings, but at least you'll have wings. And then, like I said, I'm going to spray paint them, cross, with a little bit of that metal color spray paint I have, and it should be okay. Okay, so I have my 8 wings on each side. Now all I'm going to do is coil around the center, make it nice and taut. I'm going to break it off. So here's some wings. Now I'm going to squish them down to the size of the other ones and spread them out. So they're not as pretty or as beautifully formed as the originals, but I'd rather she have some wings than no wings. So I'm trying to pinch down the center. I can't find my pliers. I'm trying to pinch down the center so it's nice and taut. And now I have to create a little stem that's going to go right into the little hole. So all I did for the little nubby is I twisted a piece of the wire together and then twisted it tight-ish. I wish I had my pliers around the center there. So this little part sticking out is what's going to stick in the little hole in the angel's back. But first, we must paint. And after they're painted, they're going to be reshaped. So this is the paint that I'm going to use. It's a Rust-Oleum hammered. I am obsessed with this paint. I use it on a whole bunch of stuff. The only difference is this might be a little glossy in comparison to the wings of the other angel. Those are a little matted. But if you're looking close enough at my little angels to notice the differences in color on their wings and whether their wings are shaped or the same size, then you deserve to see a flaw if there is one. So I held it up on this little stick to make sure that I got both sides and every which way covered. So it's pretty humid out there. I don't expect it to dry as fast as I would like to. I'm telling you guys, I have no patience. And now I am marked. But I feel crafty today. Little dude is heading out with his dad soon, and there's a lot I need to be doing, but I don't want to. I feel like crafting. I want to relax. So that's what we're going to do today. Yesterday on the way home, I stopped off at Thrift Mart because I hadn't been in a while and I've been sorely disappointed every time I've gone. But I thought I found those awesome turquoise metal chairs there, so maybe there'd be another amazing find. And the only thing I found, they did restock their snacks. This is the one that I tell you sells overstock from grocery stores and stuff. They had still good non-expired chips and nuts and all kinds of stuff. So I bought a couple of bags of chips and a nice sized bag of individually packed pistachios for $2.99. All pistachios are expensive. It's one of my favorite nut. Cashews and pistachios. Oh my googly moogly. But the only thing that I found aside from that I had to have because I'm feeling crafty were these little metal stars. They were $2.92 for both. And I want them. I'm actually going to spray paint these a brighter red, a more Americana, American flag red. And I have that in the garage. I want to do one red and one blue. I don't know if I have a vibrant blue. I don't think I have a vibrant or a navy blue in the back. So I might do a red and a white. Or if I remember when I'm out and about and come across some navy blue spray paint, I might get one. But for now, it's either going to be a red and a white or two reds. And I'm going to punch little tiny nail holes in them. Here, 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 and here. Because when I was cleaning out my junk drawer, I found these. I've had these for years. These were printed on the Coca-Cola cans years ago. And I cut them out. It's just the little American flag Coca-Cola bottles. So I think I have 5 of each. 1, 2, 3. No, I have 6. I have 6 of these. I'm thinking one for every couple of point, or I want to hang them off of there is what I want to do. I have some beads that I found in just puttering around cleaning the house. There was some jewelry that I was getting rid of, but the beads were kind of pretty, so I kept the jewelry part with beads, and I'm going to see if there are any matching beads. If not, you can buy cheap beads at the Dollar Tree. I just want to make, not necessarily a wind chime with these, but like a wind hanger, just like a little pretty thing. So these are going to be this red, this color red, and these are going to be hanging off of it on fishing line that I'm going to decorate with beads. But in that pack was also, these were also on the cans, the Coca-Cola cans, a couple years ago, and it's the Have a Coke with a Military Mom. They're doing it now. They're promoting where they have the Have a Coke with, and it has the names of people. I had found me and Caleb's name, which was so hard. I remember finding them the same day at the same store, and I grabbed them because I always find Michael's my oldest. I find Michael all over the place. So, but Caleb and Melissa, the same day, the same store. Come on. I bought the sodas, and I took the labels off because I wanted to use them in some kind of way. And I swept up the labels cleaning the kitchen on trash day. I've looked and looked thinking, well, maybe you put them somewhere for safekeeping and you just don't remember where and you'll stumble across them. I looked everywhere that I thought I might have stashed them. I can't find them. So now the only one I have is my oldest name, and I'm on the lookout again for the Caleb and Melissa Have a Coke with Coca-Cola bottle labels, and I haven't had any luck. But anyway, I say all that to say that back then during Veterans Day, Memorial Day, all of that, 4th of July maybe even, they were printing Share a Coke with a veteran, Share a Coke with a service member, spray paint, Share a Coke with a military mom, Share a Coke with a military spouse, and Share a Coke with a military dad. So I want to punch little tin holes in these and hang them off of the crosses. So one will be Coca-Cola bottles, one will be the military people, or I might interchange. I'm not sure, but that's what these are going to be used for. Now, I had initially thought of doing that with the star that I found at the bins the other day. Let me show you guys in case I don't remember. So I had initially thought of dangling these from the points of this star. But I don't want to poke holes in this. I just want to hang it. So I was super excited when I found more stars to hang these little things off of. And I've had them saved forever because I was going to do a little wind thingy. Look how old the bag is. It's been in my junk drawer. So that's on my project list today, as well as the overlaying of this tile over this knick-knack cross, and the gluing of one of my silver crosses. So I'm going to be crafty. Little dude's dad just texted him, said he's on the way. He'll be here soon, so I'll put her around, keep myself busy. I have some rambutan seeds that I want to plant, see if anything will grow. But as much as I wanted to work out in the yard, the mosquitoes are so bad. The humidity is so thick. It's just sitting in my chest and I can't breathe real good when I'm out there. I'm like, what is that? Okay, what is that about? I I've been out in humidity and fighting mosquitoes for my whole Texas life, but this is different. Today, anyway, is different, and we're expecting more storms, so who knows. But speaking of outside, I am going to go outside real quick because I want to show you the disgusting thing that I mentioned in my last video, what I encountered in that bird feeder that is going in the trash. Let me show y'all. If y'all don't like grossness, skip ahead to, I'll insert the skip time, but let me show y'all. Okay, let me fight my way through this spider web. I don't know if y'all see it, but it's there. Okay. Prepare yourselves for the disgustingness. Do y'all see what's happening in here? Do y'all see why I'm not even going to attempt to wash out this bird feeder? Do y'all see what I mean about how minute and tiny the holes were? So a few of these little particular seeds made their way out, but as soon as the rain came or whatever, it clogged. But a fly got in there. Some kind of creature got in there because it laid eggs, and now we have baby maggots. This is the stuff out of horror films, okay? Disgusting. I'm throwing the whole thing away. There are no seeds that I can make come out of this feeder, and there is no way in tarnation that I'm even fooling with getting rid of these things. Ain't gonna happen. So, bye-bye, it's gonna go. On a happier note, look at my little succulents propagating. My propagated babies. Look at that. Look at that. Something's been eating at this one. My first little creation got 8. This one's trying to come back here. This one toppled over. I'm going to have to begin roots again on that one. And something was in here, but now it's gone. Oh, well, why don't we do this? Let's take that little thing and do that and hope for the best. I'm gonna check on my little angel wings and see if they're still tacky, and then I'm gonna go in and do little dude's hair, get them curls right, get his bouffant. What is happening here? Oh my gosh. A friggin' wasp has a cicada. Those are cicada killers, guys. I'm seeing one in action. I'm trying to. These are cicada killers. I don't know what kind of wasp or what it is, but it's trying to fly out with its catch. Ew, is it pulsing poison into it? Should I be this close? But it definitely has a cicada under it. Let me show you where these guys live. And I've been seeing evidence of them. I just never seen one. I hear about them all the time in my gardening groups, but I'd never seen one in action, guys. Let me show y'all where they live. You see these holes? I have them all over the yard. Here's one. Here's another. And there's another. So that's where those big old waspy things live, and that's where they drag their prey. It's trying to fly it out of here. Watch it fly in my face. It's got him. But it can't get him out of the pot. Gosh, that thing is huge. Should I give it a hand? Should I make like a little ramp? Oy. Nope, it don't need my help. It's about to become airborne. It could use something to climb on. I don't know. Maybe I'm playing with my life. I'm going to make it a ramp. Okay. I'm going to put in a ramp for it. Is it like an airplane? And it... Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. You're welcome. Please don't kill me. Poor little cicada. What are you going to do with it? Come on, I have curls to curl. I have hair to style, bee. What are you doing? Are you eating it? Are you biting it? What are you doing? I think it's dead, sir. I think you've deaded it. Y'all know how tempted I am to spray the heck out of this thing and just kill it? Because what if it'll come back and do me wrong? Hurry up, little thing. Move along. I wonder if I can set up my tripod out here. What is coming out of its butt? What are you doing to it, sir? Ew, it's stinging it in the belly. Oh, oh, are you gonna fall back in, sir, after I gave you a way out? Hey! Is that your little hole, sir? Is that your little home? Is that where you're trying to go? Oh, did he just shoot out something? This is so cool. Please don't fly at me, sir. I'm assuming that's your little abode. Hey, senor, I said don't fly at me. Sir, where are you going? Sir, I thought your home was over there. Why are you coming at me, sir? Where are you going, sir? Sir, that's my front door, sir. Ah, Martin, no. No, no, no. Martin, move. Why is it coming after me? Oh my God, what did I do? I've been trying to help you, sir. Stop chasing me. Martincito, no. Go to your home, sir. I see your hole. Is that where you're going? Martin, no. Martincito, no. It'll sting you. No. Leave it alone. He's trying to go home. No, Martin, no. He's trying to go home. Oh, I thought that was his hole. Where are you going, you moron? Do you have a different home? Are you not in this zip code? Let it do its thing. I want to see where it's going. Sir. Sir, are you living in my pot, sir? That's full of water, sir. Sir, you're gonna drown. Sir, you're gonna drown. At this point, I think it's still injecting it. No, Martin, no, Martin, no, no, no. No, no, no. No, kitty. No. Leave it alone. Why is it chasing me? I'm trying to help it. Maybe he doesn't want to know where we live. Martin, no. Maybe he's trying to keep his address private. Martin, no. I'm not trying to end up at the friggin' vet's office because you get stung. Martin, it's going right at you. Martin! Martin, move! Martin, move! Oh, shoot. It flew off. Now it's going to be mad. Oh, Lord. Now it's going to be mad. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So the wings are still a little tacky, but I have no patience and I needed to see what it was going to look like. I could honestly trim the little stem a little to have it lay a little flatter on her back. But they're on. I know me, I'll probably end up trimming it. But they're definitely on. Yeah, I might trim it just a tiny bit. And a little dab of glue just to be sure. But there she is with her sister. Her wings are a little bigger and a little bent. But they're together. Aw, woohoo! They're together. I was just gonna craft today, but I came outside because I heard this horrifying bird screech, and I thought, oh my gosh, Bobo's out here myrtleizing my little avian friends. But no, it was up in the trees. I'm gonna see if I could catch that screeching because I was out here trying to see what it was in case it swept down from the heavens and swooped me away. But I wasn't able to see anything bad, thank goodness, but it was definitely coming from the trees. But then I started looking around the yard and thinking about how pretty it is out here. It's warm, but there's a nice breeze blowing, and why not start, you know, straightening up this storm affected yard. So I ended up trimming the little boysenberry mora tree in the front. Not my tree, but it's close enough on my property line that I keep it trimmed. It's where my bird feeders are. I trimmed the limbs off of that. And then y'all remember that that lace, chantilly lace, some kind of lace plant that I was so excited about my neighbor leaving for me because I liked the look of it. Well, it dried up, and I decided, well, let me just go ahead and cut it off because it's dry and ugly, and get rid of it. You guys, I now know where my kitties are walking through and coming in full of puffs, because look. They're everywhere, and I'm so scared of reacting like I did to that friggin' cactus that I got, you guys. If I weren't so fluffy, I swear I would show y'all the scars on my stomach from where the little needles were. I might still show y'all. I might insert a picture. But y'all remember I told you I had like a rainbow above my monster that was itching real bad, and I could see and feel the little spinies in there? Well, even after 3 or 4 showers, I could still sometimes, as I was wearing my shirt or whatever, I could feel like, ooh, a little something, like there were still spines and stickers in there. You guys, the aftermath. I'll see if I'm brave enough to show y'all. But because I'm so paranoid of reacting to anything with little stickers on it, and these don't poke, at least I don't think so, they just stick. These little fluffy burr things stick all over you, and I hope I'm not going to react to them because they're all over me. They were in my hair. But I'm planning on going back inside. I just went ahead and cleaned up the little pile of brush that I made over here. I really want to get into it, but then I also really want to craft. Little dude's gone, but I definitely need a drink of something. Oh, and guys, while I was out here, let me tell y'all, I wish I had my phone out here. I'm surprised I didn't, but I was Googling some stuff inside. And like I said, I didn't mean to come out here because I probably would have recorded something. Y'all know me in my yard. I bring y'all out here. But I had my phone inside, and I came out here. Like I said, I got caught up. And a butterfly. I don't know if it was a moth or a butterfly. It wasn't quite bright enough to be a monarch. Maybe it was a fake monarch, or it might have been a moth. I don't know. It wasn't an ugly moth. It was pretty. It was a pretty moth or a dull butterfly. I don't know. But it landed on my shirt. And I'm like, oh, because I love butterflies, if y'all know me at all. And I'm like, oh, and I start talking to it. And then I kind of put my hand for it to get on, and it got on my finger, and it hung out with me a while, and I'm baby talking it, and I'm like, I wonder if I can go inside and get my phone so I can record this majestic moment. I was super excited, you guys. This pretty little butterfly, and it hung out on my finger for a while. I'm like, butterfly, I got stuff to do. But then I started thinking, I know they say red birds are messengers from heaven from folks that have passed. So I wondered if the little butterfly was my grandma or Melinda. So I let it hang out on my finger until it flew away. But I'm going inside and getting a drink of something, and I do have a little bit of picking up with the wind and the rain. Neighbor's trash blew into my yard, so I have to pick that up. But I might come out here later on in the evening, because I think it's going to be a beautiful evening. It's a beautiful day. So I'm going to go do a few more crafts, get these sticker burrs off of me, well, fluff burrs off me, whatever these are, and figure out what I'm going to do with my life. I think I want to make caldo de, like seafood soup. I think I want to make that for dinner, so we'll see. Y'all chilling? Y'all chilling? Craig, Smokey, y'all chilling on my little patio like Craig and Smokey? Craig and Smokey? Y'all coming in? Y'all gonna hang out here with the cicadas. There's that cicada killer's abandoned lunch. Trying to help it, I ended up distracting it, and it ended up flying away lunchless. I kind of feel bad. You guys, I am so over this plant. She is such a friggin' diva. So friggin' dramatic. She was dead to the world again. If I go 2 days without watering her, she falls apart. She lost some leaves. She's made a mess in my sink, but she was dead, like gone, like can't survive, can't make it. I just sat her in here, soaked the roots from the bottom, drenched her, and now look at her. Like 2 hours later, brat. But anywho, dare I show y'all my belly? Guys, my poor monster. Just rashified. Okay, guys, I have created a little cluster bomb of a mess up in Chia. I have one more little craft I'm going to do because I am getting hungry and I am tasting this caldo. I got the fish, I got the mussels, I got my little seafood combo with a mishmash of things in it. I'm gonna need some cilantro and some chile to make the tomato base that I'm gonna pour into it. So I'm gonna run across the street. Oh, I need some limes. I'm gonna run across the street for that here in a little bit. But I am catching up with baby mama number 4, my ex's wife. I hadn't reached out to her since that crazy ordeal. You guys, y'all remember that crazy ordeal when they were fighting back and forth and I was in the middle? I don't know if you guys remember that. I know I came on and talked to you guys about it, but I had not reached out to her since then. But I had been thinking about her. Is she okay? Are they doing okay? I know that they had remained separated. Here I am being all chismosa. Here I am being all gossip. But I knew that they were still separated because when little dude goes with him, they are at his dad's house. And I only know that because of the tracking thing I have on little dude. I need to make sure he's okay. So, she reached out today. She sent me a picture of Caleb and his little brother. Oh my gosh, you guys. If I would put it up, but I didn't ask her permission and I feel weird about asking her. Can I put this picture on YouTube? You guys, they look so much alike. The crazy floppy curls, the same smile. His little brother's almost as tall as he is, but they look so much alike. I'm like, oh, she sent me a picture of them as babies. I think Caleb was like 3 or 4, and their little boy was like maybe 1.5. And then the before and after, I'm just like, oh. So we started chit-chatting, and I finally just asked her because I honestly, genuinely was concerned. I said, hey, how are you doing? I'd been wanting to check on you, but I didn't. I felt like I would come off as nosy or messy or whatever, so I hadn't. She goes, oh, thank you for asking. I'm doing great. She is, poor thing. When I tell you guys, she went through exactly what I went through with him, only worse and longer, because she married him and was with him for 10 years, where I was with him for 6 years. 6 years, a little over 6 years. But, yeah, she up and married him. But she was doing really, really bad. She lost a lot of weight. She was depressed. She was in a depression, and she sent me a picture. She's gained her weight back. She's eating. She's laughing. She's smiling. She's back around her family. She's doing really well. She's pretty healed. She cut her hair off from long to a bob, and it's so freaking weird, guys, because I was just in the mirror. When I put my hair up and it starts to come down loose, I was doing like, should I cut my hair in a bob? I was just doing that the other day. And she did a different hairstyle and hair color, and she looks great. And I told her so. I said, you look beautiful. And she says, thank you. That means so much, because he made me feel so ugly. He was never physically abusive to either one of us, but very, very narcissistic, very verbally abusive, emotional abuse. It was horrible. We felt this big when we were with him, and we went through it. Coming out of that was hard, so I knew exactly what she was going through. So I love to hear that she's doing better. Genuinely love to hear that she's doing better, because she was always good to Caleb, always took care of Caleb, and she still loves him and misses him, because since they're not together, she doesn't get to spend time with Caleb during the weekends. But she did. She said, you know, he's always hesitant to hug, which he is, but he gave me a good hug today, and he actually let me take a picture of him, which is a picture she sent. So I'm being all, not messy, but I'm telling other people's business. But But it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But anywho, I've taken all the fluffies off of me. I've sat here and I've gone ahead and did a trace out of the cross that I'm going to mount the little tile on. So, yeah, I'm using my kitchen scissors. I'm going to go ahead and cut out the cross. And then I picked out the silver cross that I want to go on top. I think it mimics the shape pretty well. I have my little glue here. And then digging through my crosses, I came across this little cross and this little cross, and I thought, oh, that would be kind of pretty on top. Something different, so I might glue that. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and trim this cross, cross my fingers, and hopefully it turns out pretty. But yeah, she said that he is desperately trying to get back into her good graces, trying to get back home. I can't even remember how long they've been separated now. It hasn't been as long as they've been separated in the past, but she seems to be doing way better than she ever had on any of their splits. So, but she says, yeah, he is trying to get back in her good graces and trying to get back into the house, yet she still finds evidences out in the street that he's out there still being, you know, a little player, embarrassing her. You know, everybody knows that he's a married man, and he's still out there just like he used to do with me, only we weren't married. But he's still out there living his life. He's still out there chasing women and being seen out and about with women here and there, and but yet still trying to come in, trying to come back home. And I hope for her sanity, for her sake, she doesn't take him back in, because she's taken him back over and over and over again. I hope for her sake and her kid's sake she doesn't take him back in, because he's just poison, man. He's poison. He is toxic. Just toxic. But anywho, I'm going to stop being messy. I'm going to stop spreading, well, not spreading rumors, because it ain't a rumor, but I'm going to stop talking stuff. I'm going to continue to cut this cross. Can y'all believe it? I'm over here talking mess, chismeando, being messy, spilling tea while I'm cutting out the cross. God forgive me. But I hope this is going to turn out okay, because there's layers apparently to this, and they're kind of moving around. What have I done? Well, we're going to find out. Okay. Oh, you moron. Darn it. I was supposed to have taken the film off before I cut it. So now I'm going to have to play. No. That's not. Huh? Oh, that's what I did. When I cut it out from the center, there was nothing to hold the little tile to the sticky part. That's okay. I have glue. I have glue. It's a little bigger than it should be, but that's okay. So I trimmed the cross out a little closer to the shape, and I went ahead and put my glue on there. And I'm thinking I may put something on top to press it down. But when I try and push it down, it kind of shifts a little. And I don't want it to dry crooked. So I'll figure it out. Okay, guys, it is creeping up on 8 o'clock. I'm going to be eating at midnight at this rate. The good thing is this little seafood soup cooks up really, really fast. In here, I have some tilapia. A lot of people call tilapia trash fish. I love it, but you can use any kind of fish you want. I have the seafood mix that I always have in my freezer, and then I had some mussel meat in the freezer as well. So I just gave it all a good dusting of my Red Lobster seafood seasoning and left it sitting here for just a little bit. Y'all see that in there? I have 2 cubes of the Knorr shrimp bouillon. I have 8 cups of water in here. I'm going to taste what these 2 have done. And if it's not flavored enough or savory enough, then I'll add more as I go. But I'm letting that boil to break down. Over here, I'm just waiting for water to boil for my rice. I'm making plain white rice as a base. Only Mahatma. And then into the soup, I'm going to put in salsa fresca. This is going to go all raw into the blender. I'm going to blend it all up and then pour it into the soup. I have cilantro, tomatoes. I didn't want to use my tomatoes because I'm going to make fiesta salad tomorrow. And I had some of these left over from last time. I bought them. They're delicious as snacks. So I'm using these. I got some jalapenos, some onion, and some garlic. And that's going to make the salsita that goes into the soup. And over here are the veggies I'm going to use. I'm going to do the baby carrots just like that because I like a big hunk of carrot. And I didn't have whole carrots. I just had the baby carrots. So I'm not even going to cut them. I'm not even going to play with them. I have to have corn on the cob. Some people might be like, really, Mel? Corn with fish? Yeah. So I have to have corn. I'm not a big potato in a fish soup person. I don't like that. The only way I like potatoes with fish is French fries with fried fish. So I opted for no potato. But I am going to use calabacitas. This is the Mexican squash, sometimes confused with zucchini. There's not that much of a difference other than this one takes a little longer to cook and it has more of a bite, I think. I love zucchini, don't get me wrong, but I prefer the calabacita with this caldo. So that's what I'm putting in and I am going to get started. So my water is boiling, not a full rolling boil, but it's boiling. So I'm going to dump in my rice. I wash my rice when I steam it, but not when I make arroz. I don't know what that's about. But I'm going to dump this in here, give it a stir, and shut it down for 20 minutes. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to get ready to make this salsita for the soup. Dumping in all my maters. And with soup, I don't care about excess, okay? I prefer excess. So, lots of onion. Lots of garlic. My jalapenos. I'm only using one jalapeno and one little one. My last jalapeno from my garden. If it needs more, then I'll add more. And then, our cilantro. Okay, so I'm gonna moler with no water, no nothing. See how much water these maters shoot out. Okay, give my little concoction a taste, see if it needs some heat. Oh, that is spicy, but it's good. I'm not going to salt it because the bouillon has a whole lot of salt. So this is ready to dump into the pot when I'm ready. Set that aside. Do y'all see all of that mugrita? All of this foamy grossness? That has to come out and then I'm going to taste the broth. My caldo makers, were y'all also raised that this stuff that comes to the top is grossness and it needs to be skimmed? I still skim. Now let's taste this broth. Oh, that is deliciousness. Let's move on to the next step. So the first thing I do is dump my carrots because they take the longest. Okay. I let that cook for, I don't know, 10 minutes, and then I check the doneness of it, and then I'm gonna dump in other things, y'all. Okay, it's been about 10-12 minutes and I just tested my little carrots. They're cooking well, so now I'm gonna add in my calabacitas. And I love me some squoosh. I cut them in circles and then cut them in half. This is where I start gauging, am I going to need more water? Am I going to need more soup? And I think so because I want a lot of caldito. So at this point, I'm going to add in 2 more cups of hot water and 1 more bouillon cube. So drop my little shrimp. You can add whatever flavor you like. But since I'm going seafood, I went ahead and did the shrimp. So I'm also going to add my salsita into this to start giving the veggies that infused flavor. I'm not going to add the whole thing because it's spicy as Hades, but I'm definitely going to add that yumminess. And whatever's left over, I can use for salsa. Give it a stir. Let these go for 7-10 minutes. Then add more stuff. So I've tested the calabacitas and they're getting right to the texture that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and season. I was debating between another bouillon cube. I had to give it a good stir because I had just dropped one in there. And I can taste the last bouillon cube. So I was thinking of putting in one more. But I think I'm going to sprinkle with this because I love the flavor that gives. Okay. So at this point, I add my kerns. Okay. Woo, get in there. Okay. And my fishies. All of my fishies. All of that seafood goodness with all them drippings. All of it. Nummy nums. Woo. My mouth is watering, guys. And I'll let this go for maybe 15 minutes. Because some of the seafood was already pre-cooked. I don't want it to turn to rubber. But I definitely need that tilapia to be cooked all the way through. So I'm going to put the lid on it and ignore it. And then oh, hold on a second. Hold on. More cilantro. I love cilantro. I forgot I had that chopped over there. Okay. So now, lid on. 15 minutes. Right before I decide yay or nay, I'm going to give the caldito, the little soup, one more taste. And if I need anything else, I'll add it. But, here we go. I'm so hungry. Ooh, my mouth is watering, guys. It smells so good in here. Some of y'all might be like, ew, fishy. Smells good. This fishy do. It smells like a Mexican restaurant. I don't want to do too much rice because I'm trying to eat right, y'all. Trying to eat right. Let's get into this caldo. Ooh. Yes. Give me that Frenchy. Oh, look at all them little calabacitas. All the calabazas. Oh, gotta have a kern. Gotta have the kern. And I'm hoping my little seafoods didn't fall apart in here. There they are. There they are. I'm telling you guys, my mouth is watering. Ooh, let's eat. Now, I usually eat it with tostadas or corn tortillas, but I'm really trying, guys, to watch what I eat. So a little bit of lime. And we are going in, y'all. Well, guys, you all have been with me all day long. I carted y'all every which way today, and thank y'all. Even though y'all aren't here, it feels like y'all are. Man, in a perfect world, let me tell y'all. In a perfect world, my birthday wish would be to have all of us come together like at I don't know, at a hall, at a salon, somewhere, and just hang out and karaoke and eat and cut up, and it would be so friggin' awesome. I say, one day, my birthday wish will come true. But anywho, I'm sitting here trying to air dry. I'm freezing. I'm right under the vent. But I wanted to end the day with the crafts that I completed while I was, running around dealing with insect life outside and screeching whatever that was. I did finish the crafts. Now this is still a little wet. It's still moving a little bit, so I got to be careful with it. But this is what the cross ended up looking like. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love it. And as much as I was trying to keep my silver crosses together, this ended up being a colorful cross. So this may end up in my gallery somewhere. I don't know yet. I don't know, because it gives tile feel, right? So maybe it'll work with the Talavera crosses. I don't know. But this is what we did today, y'all. And then the other little idea that I had did come to fruition. Remember these two little crosses? I went ahead and glued this one on top of this one. And I think they're lovely. They're so pretty. And now that I know that this works, I'm going to have my eyeballs out for these little sticky tiles and see where else I can find some good ones, and maybe I can come across more cross-shaped wooden thingies like this. Different shapes, but crosses. I think I'm going to have some fun because I have a few more silver crosses left. Quite a few more silver crosses left, actually. But thanks for hanging out with me all day today, guys. This one's a little longer than the others have been. But thank you guys for watching if y'all watched all the way to now, okay? So until my next go around, guys, I hope you had a fantastic Saturday. I hope you all are going to have an amazing, amazing Sunday. And until my next go around, guys, I love y'all bunches. Bye.